So I'm here at the Madison precinct.
Morning.
Hey, are you Lopez?
I'm Sergeant Lopez, yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, not really.
Audio, video recording, okay?
Okay. So,
I never met you before.
yeah, we never met. We talked on the phone. I'm really angry at everything that's going on here.
Okay.
I'm a resident. I think you were the one who told me that homelessness is a community issue, not a policing issue. And if that's the case, that is wrong. Number one, I asked her for. Now, this is like citizen. I don't know if you guys have citizens on patrol or neighborhood watches. Well, you need them.
We will have neighborhood watch the different groups of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm here today.
What's your name? I don't even know.
Oh,
your name.
David Whitney.
David
Whitney.
Willie.
Whitney, like Whitney Houston.
Whitney
Yeah.
Houston? Okay.
And the reason I'm here is because multiple reasons.
Okay.
So, number one, I need to file a police report from a guy.
Okay.
We can take care of that afterwards. He's the guy who is always at the Walgreens, and the Walgreens might drive Galton Pike.
Yeah, they're going to go over there right now. There's an officer heading over there right now.
So I went over there to try to talk to them, which, someone could say that's confrontational, but they're there every day and they have a tent set up. And when I went over there,
Right.
he threatened to kill me. And then he had a bicycle and he started pedaling towards me. And the idea is that this intersection, not only did I grow up here, it was completely safe back in the day,
Right.
I know, but I'm tired of the defund the police movement. And I'm telling you this because I have to tell you that you're doing everything you can. But the thing is that the de-escalation and bringing people to the point to where I came here, this place was closed. I called HUD, tired of calling HUD.
Yeah.
I called 911 this morning. HUD responded. If you're not in the loop of what HUD is, who's HUD? You're not going to answer it. Yeah, 911 needs to call back. What this lady said is we don't have any officers here. We have a community coordinator.
I'm the community coordinator.
Yes, but she also said you're a chief or sheriff or whatever.
I'm a sergeant.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
So the ranks, the idea is that even the tone, and like I honestly might become a police officer after this because of, and I'm telling you, I'm not trying to like bash what's going on. I'm just saying that it's not safe for me to live here anymore because every day, 6 a.m, I go by, homeless people camped in the front. They tell them to leave. They camp on the side, tell them to leave, camp in the back. They're dangerous criminals. They have weapons. In 2022 and 23, they were riding around Stick and Shake with machetes. They have real weapons.
Yeah.
My car was broken into 3 times off of my drive. So it's not like this is a new thing. It's 23, 24, 25. And going into 26, the reason why I'm upset is that all of it is going to end up getting civilians hurt. Because these people, cokeheads, crackheads, asking for money.
I completely agree.
Yeah, so we're on the same page.
Yes, sir.
Illegal to panhandle within 150 feet of a business, that's a felony. They're not enforcing it.
Right.
It's illegal to panhandle after dark. That's another felony. They're not enforcing it. And hopefully this meeting can just let you know the way that I feel and I don't want to move. But the intersection, 2 nights ago, there were 4 people panhandling and they're all actually standing on the street. So from your point of view, I don't know how much the police are restricted and I don't know how much they're told to stand down.
The only thing that we can address is aggressive panhandling.
Right. So
that's the only thing that the law here in Nashville let us address.
All right.
Other than that, we cannot, if they're standing somewhere, and they are not criminal trespassing. So if it's not criminal trespassing, you need to have a criminal trespass waiver signed by the owner, the property owner.
Yeah, and that's when they say, hey, I want this person to
The one over there in the Walgreens, there is not. We've been trying to get one. The Walgreens still have owners, technically still renting the property, even though they're not there.
So they're not going to.
They're renting for an entire year, okay? So we contacted the owner, actually, of the Walgreens. And then he is giving the property manager for him to sign the trespass waiver. He hasn't done it. He went to the hospital recently. Gotcha. So he's still in the hospital and getting recuperated. Once he gets out, then he's going to get in contact with us to sign the trespass waiver. Because so we're working on it.
So once a trespass waiver signed, it gives the police the ability to trespass on the behalf of the owner without the owner.
That's correct. We normally try to talk to them. Obviously, try to say, hey, welcome here or whatnot, and to try to give them a chance for them to, to go ahead and go and not come back. But if they continue to do it, we have the legal right to go ahead at that point and trespass.
So there's nothing wrong, less anger from my part, but it's okay to be angry, but there's nothing if it's pointed in the right direction. If I had my car broke down, and now I'm telling you, like I had my car broke down last February, and I was working at Red Lobster, and I walked back and forth. And when you encounter these people, they are dangerous. I would not want to walk anywhere, and there's still people that walk and encounter them. Like they're asking for money, and there's kids going to school because they have to catch the bus off my drive, and they're encountering these gangs. And the reason why they're gangs, this might be new information or old information, but they do pool their money together. I've seen them do it. They all get behind a dumpster. They count out their money. So when they're asking for money from citizens, they're pooling it together and they're funding whatever they're doing. And it's definitely not housing. So what I would like to see, and I know this is just a concerned citizen. I know that if your hands weren't tied by some upper authority in the police department, if someone is standing at the edge of a corner, making people feel unsafe so they're not repeat offenders, do you think that there's ever time in the future where they can have no panhandling anywhere or no?
You need to bring that up to your council people and need to get it, especially if you're in this area by the Goodlettsville Irish Councilwoman Webb. She is want to make stronger laws when it comes to homeless. I will highly recommend you to bring it up to the mayor's office and put it on the ballot to make it stronger law. I agree with you. We need stronger laws. It's just that we don't have things that to help us out enforcing. Just people asking for money in every corner. There is not a law for that.
So there needs to be a law. I also know that there are laws in regards to panhandling after dark on the books and 150 feet of a business, but they're not being enforced. Now, this in 2022, I called the police department and they said we didn't have the officers to enforce them because they were short-handed. Now, that was back in 2022. If there is someone panhandling after dark at the crosswalk and I call the police on them and they are found breaking the law, are police going to that scene? Because I never know because I leave.
The way we handle it, if they're panhandling, if there are potentially in harm of getting hit, the police will respond for their safety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but I want these people locked up if they're panhandling after dark because that's the law. So, but it's part of the defund the police, like not enforcing laws on the book. And I know, and I'm saying that from someone who grew up here. I was in Florida during 2020.
With the homeless, we try to give them, we don't want to put them in a worse situation. Well, we try to talk to them.
But the thing is that the best place for them is jail if they're already asking for money for food. And I'm saying that's my opinion. You don't have to agree or disagree. I just know that in order for me not to move from Madison, what I want to do.
Well, they're saying the entire county, not just.
I mean Davidson County. So so then I'll speak for Davidson County.
Okay.
Because there are worse parts than Rivergate, but Rivergate used to be like super nice. 2000 to 2010. When I was growing up here.
What part do you live? Goodlettsville?
Yeah, Madison. So I'm Davidson County, and I was about to move to Needley's Bend, which is it's relatively close from downtown. But so what I would like to see, and this is like, as I'm going to leave it, because I know you're doing the best job. And this is something that I'm going to bring up to the council person.
Yes.
And I'm saying
Councilwoman Webb.
Woman Webb. Okay.
Councilwoman Webb. She, her name is, I'm trying to think of her first name. But she's a councilwoman from the Goodlettsville. If you're Goodlettsville councilwoman, it's Webb.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's a really nice lady.
Does she cover the
Goodlettsville area?
Yeah, but what about Davidson County?
Yeah, not the entire. They have pockets. Like, for example, this part over here is Councilwoman Hancock.
Webb and Hancock, I can remember. So, what I would like to see is there's certain neighborhoods like Franklin, and I know Sumner County is a different county and they have more funding.
Correct. Franklin is Williamson County, right?
Yeah.
Rutherford County.
The second
they have stronger laws. If you go to Wilson County, they don't have no homeless.
Right.
So
and this is something like even beyond politics, it's about safety, and I think everyone can agree that safety is good. down, and like I'm an Uber driver. I'm taking off time of work so I can talk to you.
Well,
and
I appreciate that you coming out. Like I said, we
But
met
I
on
would-
the phone. I
yeah.
remember our conversation. I remember that I
And you
told
offered
that
I could go on the
I told you
Citizens on
that the
Patrol.
Citizen Police Academy, highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I still might do that because a lot of what it is, I know that when it comes to funding and the way that they approach, everyone says we don't want Californians bringing their politics here. But the idea is that, traditionally, when you look at Davidson County, it's more of the liberal judges, liberal everything. And they're trying this ideology of just letting the homeless do whatever they want because it's humane. Where I believe that if you give someone the resources, if you give them a gift card in a hotel room or a gift card in a shelter, that they will not harass daily individuals. So with me, like I said, Hendersonville, Williamson County, even parts of like Green Hills, if someone's out panhandling, they're gone in like 5 minutes. And the thing is that from an economic point of view, I'm wanting to buy a house here. And they're bringing in In-N-Out Burger, Seven Brew, they brought in Dutch Bros. They're trying to revitalize the area, bringing apartments. But the thing is, everyone wants this place to succeed. And this is exactly what I tell the consul, is that everyone wants this place to succeed financially. They're building $1 billion apartments all across this road. Yeah. But if someone buys $1 million apartment and they think that they're going to get Sprouts and their California food, and they come here, there's people asking for money that are coked out on drugs with dogs on top of that, they're going to leave. And then no money is going to go to River.
Sir, I completely agree with you. So, my team handles the homeless population in the Madison area. We have the largest homeless population in the county right now, in the Madison area, okay?
Yeah, and I know they come here because...
I'm the one that goes out to the camp and offer resources, close the camp if they're on private property, we close the encampments and everything like that. We work with private the owners, the private properties, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I closed over 60 encampments for the last 3 years. Okay, I know exactly your frustration. It's just what we need is the citizens of Davidson County to talk to the mayor and put stronger laws when it comes to homeless in the city.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would definitely go by myself, find out when the next hearing is, tell them exactly like I told you, but also the ultimate thing that I'm worried about is not only even for my safety, but it will lead people to do more not vigilante justice, but self-protection. Not everyone has a gun. You shouldn't have to have a gun. As an Uber driver, I can't have a gun when I'm driving with passengers. And if I would have stayed in that parking lot this morning, the guy would have come after me.
Yeah, well, it's an officer there right now.
All right, cool. I guess that's all we need to talk about. Promise you probably won't hear from me again.
Sir, the one thing I want to say, if you don't mind, what we talked about before, it was about, the homeless, being homeless is not something criminal, right? What is criminal about it's doing something criminal, like criminal trespassing. If a property has told you already that you're not welcome there if you're not doing business, right? Then you'll be criminal trespassing if they have a trespass signs all around the property or whatnot. Right. Okay. So it depends. It depends on the situation.
Yeah. And what I hope for is in the next 5 years, that's generous, is that there's going to be such strict panhandling laws that'll push the homeless further north or out so that we can actually have society. I'm worried about children walking to school and women, primarily. Primarily minorities.
I completely agree, but you're the one that vote here.
Gotcha.
I do not. I live in Wilson County. Okay? Gotcha. So I don't have those issues in Wilson County.
So if I were to look at the next, do you go to a hearing as a citizen?
You have to go to your council meetings. Yes.
All right.
Council meetings are posted.